Welcome back, and right now we're joined by Mr. Tarek Refaat, head of the Egyptian community in Denmark. Good evening, and thanks for being with us. Mr. Tarek, good evening to you. Mr. Tarek Refaat, head of the Egyptian community in Denmark. Good evening, and thanks for being with us.
Good evening, sir. Good evening.
Mr. Tarek, would you please tell me about the coordination between the Egyptian community and the embassy in Denmark to facilitate voting for Egyptians in Denmark, and how far things went in that way?
To consider the Egyptian embassy and the Egyptian committee, it is a very good term, connection together between the Egyptian committee and the Egyptian embassy in Denmark. And we have all the Facebook, and there is also very good ambassador for the time being, and all the time we have a very good ambassador in Copenhagen. And the relation between the society and the embassy in a very good situation, very good. And we are very well informed about everything regarding election, regarding meetings, in a very good connection.
Very good. So, Mr. Tarek, how can you describe facilities provided by the Egyptian embassy in Copenhagen for Egyptian voters in the second phase of the House of the Representatives elections, and how can you describe these 2 days of voting?
The embassy is open from 9 o'clock to 9, from 9 in the morning till 9 in the afternoon, and at the same time it is most the Egyptians, they go there for election and to vote for the election, but the people which is living far away from Copenhagen, they have a facility to get in touch and coming by car, coming by buses, and they are not very much because the weather is really bad for the time being. It is cold, it is snowing, and it is windy, and that's the reason the number of the the Egyptian to come and vote to the election is not that big number as usually regarding the weather condition for the time being.
Yes, of course.
But the Egyptian embassy doing the good job. It is open from 9 to 9, from 9 in the morning to 9 in the afternoon, but as I mentioned, the weather condition is not that good.
Yes, and that affected the turnout in voting at the Egyptian embassy in Copenhagen.
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah, yeah. All right, Mr. Tarek, as head of the Egyptian community in Denmark, what do you want, what do you expect from the coming House of Representatives?
That is a very, very tough question for me to say it. Of course, that as we are Egyptian here in Copenhagen, we have our own problem with the Danish society regarding our holidays, to go and spend it in Egypt. And we have, if you are a pensionist, if you are an older guy, or let's say like to spend 6 months in Egypt, and you have your own pension in Egypt, and that is very good income to the Egyptian society, the Egyptian government. but it still is only allowed to stay outside Denmark for 3 months, and that is not sufficient to stay and come back again to Copenhagen, to Denmark.
Is that because of the regulations in Egypt or in Denmark that you cannot stay for more than 3 months?
Yes, it is in Denmark. In Denmark. But reason that I'm putting this subject because it is. We're talking about it here in Denmark, Egyptian society. We're talking to the Egyptian ambassador, talking to the Egyptian society in Egypt. We like to be pressing the society in Denmark to meet our requirements.
Yes, okay. What are the things that you'd expect or want from the coming elected House of Representatives when it comes to legislation and laws, maybe?
As we are here in Denmark, of course we request. I'm sitting with the Egyptian community now. The people, the only thing that they are talking about the Egyptian, the people, the workers, the poor people in Egypt, everything in Egypt now is the prices is increased, and people is not in a good, let's say, to be specific, they are not able to fulfill the requirement in the family with their own expenses. Houses,
you want the coming House of Representatives to work hard on economic issues and provide more laws maybe to protect middle class in Egypt. Well, Mr. Tarek, Refaat, head of the Egyptian community in Denmark, thanks for being with us. Thanks for your time. And again, let's go to the statements of the Executive Director of the National Election Authority, Councillor Ahmed Bendari, today, as he held a press conference to follow up the latest developments of the voting of Egyptians abroad. And he said that the turnout of the second phase is higher than the first one of the House of Representatives elections. And as I mentioned earlier, right now maybe almost all polling stations across the globe closed the doors because it's after 9 p.m. in many countries now. That's the time of closing doors for voting. By this, we come to the end of our coverage of the second and final day of voting for Egyptians in the second phase of the House of Representatives elections. Thanks for being with us. Stay tuned.
حرصهم الشديد